Start out by removing the cover over the battery. Just flip it up like that. Disconnect the negative terminal. Use a 10mm socket. Loosen it up. And just move this away so it doesn't arc out. Now I'm going to remove this clamp right here. This vehicle happens to have a worm clamp, but you may need to use some hose clamp pliers if you have a spring type clamp. Loosen that up. All right, that's good. Now separate this hose right here. That's good right there. Now disconnect this hose. There's a couple of screws on the side here. Use a T30 socket and remove those screws. And just slide that out. Now you can just grab this cover underneath here. Just use a lot of force and pull up, and then underneath here in the back, slide up. It's got some rubber grommets that hold it down. Now you can disconnect the connector for the coils. Just push down on the lever and then slide the connector out. You can do the same on the other ones. For some of these, it may be easier just to slide the coil out a little bit and then disconnect it. Just pull up on the coil. Being very careful, you could use a screwdriver or a pick. Push back on the lever. Here we go. And disconnect it. Now you can just slide the coil out. Disconnect this connector right here. You can use a pick underneath here, or if you can grab the lever, you can disconnect it. The reason I use the pick is the lever is actually broken on this one. So if you can push that button and disconnect that, and slide this out of the way. Disconnect this hose right here. Just push down on the tabs and slide it out. Just like that. Just move it over slightly. You don't want to break it, but it should be good enough to get the valve cover out of the way. Now take a T30 socket and you want to remove all these bolts. Loosen those up. They're all around the valve cover itself. Now you can take a little pry bar or straight blade screwdriver, just get underneath here, just pry up a little bit, and slide it off. Now we want to take a rag, some brake parts cleaner, and just wipe some of the surface where the new valve cover is going to go. Try not to wipe into the head. You don't want to get any dirt into where the valves are and stuff. And you could use a razor blade if you have to scrape some stuff. But clean this all up nice. Make sure the new gasket is on the valve cover and it's pressed in. All the bolts are still in there. And just line this up. Remember this area, it was a little tight right there, coming off. And get them all started by hand. And we want to torque these bolts to 88 inch-pounds. Make sure you're on inch-pounds and not foot-pounds. And basically work from the middle out. So start in the middle, work your way out. Just like that. Over here. Until you get all the bolts. Now we can line the harness up back here and plug this hose back in. Line that up, lock it down in place. Connect the connector right here. And take the coils, line them up. You can plug them in before you send the coil all the way down. Lock it in, that's good. Do the same with the other ones. Now those are all connected. Now gently push them down. You push them down a little bit first, get them in position, and then push them all the way down. That's good. And take this engine cover, slide it in position. If you have the clamp, put the clamp on first. Get this lined up. When it's lined up, just push down, lock it down, and tighten this down. Use a straight blade screwdriver, or if you have the spring clamp, reposition that. And reposition the snorkel or the intake duct and put the screws in. And tighten it down. And connect the negative battery terminal, line that up. And snug it down. And double check, make sure it's tight. Take the battery cover, line it up, lock it down.